Thanks for watching Doing Life with Jenny. Several videos ago, you met the boyfriend, but today we are talking about why I am single. Now, since you met him, you've seen his face, you know his name, I'm not going to say he did this, right? I'm going to give general information as to why I have mostly been single and why things haven't worked out since getting divorced in 2013 and kind of how it's hard dating as an adult in the year 2021. Well, since 2013 really. So stay tuned. So one thing I have been noticing with men these days is that they like to gaslight. If you are not familiar with gaslighting, it's a form of manipulation where they will do something to upset you or make you mad, and then when you are upset or crying, then they make you the crazy one. Or they keep telling you something about yourself until the point that you think it's true. For example, maybe they're telling you that you're the manipulative one, and they'll keep saying it over and over until you start believing it almost. So I've had someone tell me I was crazy because he had a picture of his ex-girlfriend, well, multiple pictures of his ex-girlfriends on his phone, which is totally fine, nothing inappropriate. But the issue is that he refused to take a picture with me. He still had all the exes, didn't want to delete them, but didn't want to take any pictures with me because he just doesn't like taking pictures. So then, as I was trying to explain, when I got upset over that, then he kept saying I was the crazy one because I'm always upset, disregarding the fact that he's the one that caused me to be upset on purpose. Again, I'm talking about lots of guys I have met or dated since the divorce. I'm not going to sit here and tell you the last boyfriend did this. There are also a lot of guys that I just never met because after chatting online for a bit, they don't even have a job or just a high school kind of job. There's nothing wrong with, let's say, working at Burger King when you're in high school or college, or even as an adult, your career, if you're the manager, great. But if you are making minimum wage and that's your job, you're 32 and you have no goals, you're not in medical school, you're not in school at all, you're not starting a business, nothing, that's it, and you're happy with your life, I'm sorry, that's not working for me. Mostly from a financial standpoint, right? Minimum wage in the United States does not cover the bills, doesn't even hardly cover one bill. My ex-husband was and is actually a janitor. I don't care. I don't care that he didn't go to college. I don't care that he scrubs toilets and floors for a living. If I said did, I mean didn't, because we're divorced. Because he had a regular job, had benefits, it paid the bills, so who cares? And he went and he did his thing. He wasn't calling off every other day or trying to just do part-time to be lazy. He was a hard worker, and that's what matters. I've also come across too many guys that weren't worth meeting because they just have no hobbies or no passions at all. You should have golf with your buddies, or you should be learning how to play the trumpet or learning Chinese or something. But when I ask, hey, what do you like to do in your free time? Oh yeah, hang out with my buddies. Okay, what do you do with your buddies? What are you doing to improve yourself or to stay active? Something, please. I am a woman with a million hobbies and interests. I am currently learning Hebrew. I play several instruments. I write songs. I have side hustles that are fun for me, writing resources for other Spanish teachers. Like, I need a little stimulation. I just can't believe that somebody wouldn't have any hobbies. Another thing that I notice is that even though most of the people I encounter on dating apps are from the US, but there are definitely some cultural clashes because I am very well traveled. I have a very different mindset than your average American, so I find it hard for the person and I to be on the same page as far as values, ways of thinking, or he's just too ignorant. I don't mean stupid, but just ignorant because he doesn't know about what the rest of the world does. This next one is going to sound like quite arrogant or conceited. I don't mean for it to be, it's just I have to tell you to explain, right? I would consider myself to be a very accomplished person. I own my own home. I have a master's degree. I wrote a song that's in a Hallmark video, play several instruments, speak several languages. So again, kind of going back to the hobbies and not having any, that doesn't work for someone. Someone that's lazy, that doesn't work for me because I have goals and I actually work towards them. So I guess the point I'm getting at is like, I meet a lot of people, and when I say what my hobbies are, like, oh yeah, I would like to travel. Oh, where have you traveled to? Oh, I've never been anywhere, but I want to go see this and this. Okay, why aren't you going? Or I tell them I speak Spanish or I'm learning whatever language. Oh yeah, I really want to learn, let's say, Russian. Okay, then why aren't you doing it? And it's just like every single thing that comes up is just something that will never happen down the road because they've never like set a goal and reached it in the past, if that makes sense. The next issue, and it's a huge one, it's a ginormous red flag, is issues with their finances. Okay? For example, one of them, as a, let's see, let me do some math, as like a 25-year-old man, could not afford a car on his own, nor could he get approved for a loan on his own. So he co-signed with his uncle, and I guess the uncle's credit history was horrible too because he's paying 15% interest on the car loan. 15%. This person bought a car, it was a 2017, and oh my goodness, guys, this is hard to say because it's just that horrible. He bought a 2017, it is now 2021. He owes more on the car than what it's worth, and he owes more on the car that he bought that's a 2017 than I owe on my car that's a 2020. Crazy, like how can you live like that? This person ended up living in a hotel, paying $300 a week at the hotel, and also paying $100 a month in storage because they can't afford like the down payment, not the down payment, the deposit in the first month's rent at an apartment. Obviously never going to be a homeowner, like ever. Just a couple of many huge red flags, like this person would destroy me financially if we were to get married. Big nope, because I have worked very hard for what I have. Another issue I have had in the past is, I guess we'll say, pretending that I don't exist in a way. Like, if we were at each other's houses, like, he paid attention to me. If we were at the grocery store, he would hold my hand. But whenever we would go social dancing, he would tell me, now you can't stand next to me for too long because we're not here as a couple, we are here to dance. But then would go stand next to his ex-girlfriends. Yeah, can't make this stuff up, folks. And then, of course, you have the people that can't think for themselves. For example, had a lovely date talking about all kinds of stuff, and then I brought up the fact that I try to be environmentally friendly, talking about recycling and reducing waste and whatnot. I kid you not. He said, I don't have opinion on recycling because the Catholic Church doesn't talk about that. Okay, buddy, goodbye. I could probably go on and on, but we'll stop about here. I did have one good relationship after the divorce. He and I were always going out, doing active things like kayaking, hiking, and whatnot. But I was going through some mental health issues, so I was kind of rude to him at times, maybe more than at times, maybe regularly. And also, I think we both were feeling like more was a friendship and not anything more than that. So I called that off. But otherwise, yeah. Honestly, a couple years ago, I learned to be happy being single and I wasn't looking for anyone. And as you know, when you're not looking, that's when you find them. And now that this most recent guy did not work out, I'm happy being single again. I'm not sitting here crying over him. If I am crying, it's because I'm angry. And I'll stop there because I don't want to tell his personal business, right? But anyway, I'm happy with the puppies. I still have my hobbies and my interests and my passions that keep me busy without a man, because I have a life. Anyway, stay tuned for the next video. Ciao. Hey, I sat down to edit and realized I forgot something. It very well could be my fault too that I am single. I mean, you guys see my videos, I don't do anything with my hair, I don't do my makeup, I'm always wearing gym clothing, that's me in real life, except for when I go to work. I mean, I'm not necessarily a 10 out of 10, I'm kind of average looking, but yeah, otherwise it's everybody else's fault. And I used to be a little stubborn, but I think I fixed that. And I just don't put up with crap, if I see red flags, I'm sorry, done. Hey guys, I just woke up and I realized I forgot something else for this video, and it's the best, by best I mean worst, part. And that is guys being married. I had met someone in person, I didn't really chat with him or anything, and I found him on Facebook, and I messaged him, and I was flirting, and he was flirting back, flirting hardcore. And then I started looking at his profile pictures, and there he was with a wife. So I'm are you married? I was thinking maybe he was divorced and didn't delete the pictures. Yeah, still married. Didn't bother saying that for a couple weeks as we were chatting. And then another guy I actually dated, he had originally said he was divorced, and then after we started dating, the topic of marriage came up, and he's oh yeah, I can't get married, I'm still married. I'm what? You were supposed to say this beforehand, dude. Guys, I just gave up. I'm happy with the beagles. I just can't anymore. See you next time.